What is up, my lovely Grinkers, Game Grinkers here today? And today, I have a little true or false. Now, what this true or false thing is I'm going to tell you 3 stories, 2 of which are false and 1 of which is true. Now, what I want y'all to do is, after I tell you the 3 stories, leave a comment on what y'all think which one is true. Afterwards, I will pick a certain winner and probably give them a shout out of some kind. If I don't do a shout out, I'll just be like, yeah, blah 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 won or something like that. But yeah, so story 1. Me and my dad were out camping. As we were camping, we saw 2 green kind of eyes shaped things, and we were very confused, and I was scared at the time. I was about probably 7, maybe 8, maybe, I don't know, somewhere around there. And so I was freaking out. He was kind of calm about it, but he was walking over to go see what it was. He reaches into the bush, pulls out a slime green ball with the glowing eyes on it. As he looks at it, we are both we were both creeped out. He opens it up with his knife, and inside are human organs, little tiny human organs. And we do not know what it was, or, we had no knowledge about it at all. So yeah, there's story 1. Here comes story 2. Now, I'm not going to say, that one was true and everything. I'm just going to act like basically all of them are true. Only 2 of them are not. Anyway, story 2. I only played basketball when I was younger. Well, actually, a couple years ago. And whenever I always played the lane. If y'all don't know what the lane is, that is where basically you rebound and go for layups. And you kind of you guard the outside of the 3-point line. That's what I did. And whenever I was there, I rebounded the ball, and I was going for a layup. As I was going for a layup, I felt a sharp pain in my ankle. So when I landed, I fell to the ground and was quickly rushed to the hospital. When I was in the hospital, I was waiting for assistance from a doctor. As I was laying there, my ankle began to throb, and I noticed there was kind of like a growing pain, I guess. Not a growing pain, but like a growing, like a throbbing kind of pain thing. And so as they noticed, they were like, "Oh wow, that looks like a tumor." So they went to x-rays. X-rays showed nothing at all. Nothing. And so we go into surgery. As they cut open my leg, they noticed a white kind of hard thing there. Turns out that swelling or tumor was I was growing an extra bone. There was an extra bone growing in my ankle. And so I'm freaking out at the time. So what they do, well, I wasn't awake, but when they told me after everything was accomplished, I was really freaked out. But what they did is they soldered that thing off. Or not soldered, they sawed the bone off and just put bone that needed to be there. Okay, so there's story 2. Now actually, let me tell you something about story 2. After the surgery, I felt fine. Nothing ever happened. It was very, very weird because there was no stitches at all. It's there was stitches, but there was no pain at all. It was very weird. Anyway, now that I've told you story 1 and story 2, it's time for the final story and see which is true. Story 3. Sorry, story 3. When I was about 2 or 3, I was a very young kid at the time, or toddler. I was in the kitchen, and my mom left to go do something with my grandma, and when she came back, I had smeared butter everywhere. I had butter on the windows, butter on the fridge, butter on the walls. I had thrown butter on the ceiling. I don't know why. I don't remember myself at the time, but I had thrown butter everywhere. My mom told my grandma to stay upstairs, and she will handle it, because my grandma did not see any of it, which is very lucky. So yeah, those were my 3 stories. Comment in the bottom which one you think is true. And this gameplay was a really great gameplay. Here's my score. Go ahead and let that load. There we go. So yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Stay Grinking Grinkers. I love you all.